Speaking of MAGA violence, been getting a lot of this lately. The same deployment as those folks in Chicago who went chasing after that guy on a bike and couldn't catch up with him. Border Patrol. Hoorah. Note that they have Border Patrol marching on through a very public touristy area here, you know? Their only purpose is to showboat.
Border Patrol.
Did you just say something about me? They're going over to Portland as well. I thought he was backing out of doing that. Yeah, well, it turns out he can do basically whatever he wants. Once the media buzz dies down, it's a lot easier to get away with it, too. Just keep them distracted, you know? Focus on 5 cities. Just put the fucking tweet in the back. Give me the... Yeah, look at this. Jesus Christ, Fox Live now. Here's their screen cap of the tweet, of the truth post. They fucking cropped out the sides. Unbelievable. Give me the actual thing, please. At the request of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, I'm directing the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any of our ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other domestic terrorists. I am also authorizing full force if necessary. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Full force in this case means he's saying that they can kill civilians. They're not going to do that. Probably. But he is saying it. The president is just saying that openly. So that's cool. Oregon immediately sued to stop the deployment of those troops.
I believe the president does not have the authority to deploy federal troops on state soil. I'm coordinating with Attorney General Dan Rayfield to see if any response is necessary, and we will be prepared to respond if we have to. Oregon has not requested any federal assistance, and nor do we need it. President Trump's inconceivable insistence that we need federal troops in Portland does not address the real concerns in our communities. Any federal takeover with military troops in our state is a threat to communities across Oregon.
Great. Weak rhetoric as always. What do you expect? At least 200 National Guard members will be deployed to the city to, quote, protect federal property. Remember, the reason they did this in D.C., the reason they're doing it in Memphis, now they're sending people over to Chicago, the reason they're doing this is because they want to incite people into engaging in behavior that gives them a pretext for a real crackdown. You know, they want a guy to throw a rock at them, which is no doubt why they're sending people to Portland. It obviously has nothing to do with local crime. It's just about, instilling fear, suppressing dissent. And as a bonus, if somebody does something agitative towards, military or federal official, then you get to go haywire with it. It's bait. It is bait. Masters of the rage bait. They're doing it to Memphis as well, but I think Memphis is more okay with it. You know, it's Tennessee. The National Guard is not trained for community policing or to make arrests, and that's not how they're generally used. In Washington, D.C., they've mainly been patrolling federal property and beautifying city parks. You love to see it. You love to see it. At least they're doing something useful. Not sure if BBC is covering, but NBC says Pentagon officials have no idea what the scope of the deployment will be, nor that one would be happening. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like they're coherent in their planning back there, but the whole point is to get you used to this. It's a fucking roulette. At any moment, your city could be targeted for military occupation, you know? Get some kicks in, burn through the budget, increase the deficit. Why not? You know, it's the whole... It doesn't matter. It's not like they give a shit, right? They already black bagged people in Portland back in 2020. Yes, they did. Yes, they did, and it was not good. According to local news, the Trump administration's already authorized 200 National Guard member deployment, which is a pathetically small number of people. 200? But again, the point is just like, send them down there to the town square and get somebody to throw a rock, you know? On September 2nd, a federal judge in California ruled the president's decision to call up that state's National Guard and deploy active duty military in LA was a willful violation of federal law. Sure was great. That fucking retarded ass appeals court put a hold on the initial judge's order so that during the actual window of time Trump had National Guardsmen and Marines deployed in Los Angeles, they couldn't do anything. And now this ruling only comes out after the fact. Fantastic. It's all so tiring. That's why we've been playing Silk Song. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, by the way. When it comes to the military deployment to Portland, Schumer's on the case.
Is there anything you can do to stop it as in Congress?
Yes. First, we will fight it in the courts along with, people who will file suits. But second, I would hope, Kristen, that some of our Republican colleagues, seeing I know they're loyal to Trump and does whatever he wants, but this is so far stepping over the line that I'd hope some of them would join us in legislation to prevent it from happening. We have such a proposal. I'm part of it.
Well, that's great. Yeah, he's got his own hand job dance.